I'm building a Pokemon business from scratch, and I'm starting with $0. Come join me on my journey. Is good. Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome to my first ever video here on First Edition. So as I mentioned in the beginning, now I will go on and say that I'm currently employed, but for this specific challenge, I will not be using any of my income. So what is my goal? My current goal is to start from $0 and turn this into $10,000. Whether it's $10,000 in inventory or physical cash in hand, or a little bit of both, the current goal is to reach $10,000 in assets. Now, how can I do that with $0? So my current plan is to gather some items around the house that I currently no longer use that seems to have some sort of value. Whether it's sneakers, cameras, cards, etc. It just has to have some sort of value. Next, find the items on eBay, see how much the recent listings sold for in order to find the item's market value. After doing all that, make an eBay store. I want this to become a business, so obviously making an eBay store only makes sense. Next, create some kind of brand. Obviously, as you can see, I'm currently going with First Edition. Now, a lot of thought process went through this. At the end of it all, I did end up with First Edition. Obviously, my name is Fursan. Everyone knows First Edition Pokemon cards. So with my name being Fursan or my nickname being First, it was only right to pick First Edition. Next, take the photos of the items that I found and list them on eBay. And then after selling them on eBay, obviously I will ship them out to whoever bought the item, and then so on and so forth. So what I plan to do with this money is that I currently have a trip to Japan coming up soon. And for everyone who is starting off like me, or for anyone who is in the community, Japan is the heaven of Pokemon cards. And I'm talking about countless and countless stores of Pokemon cards. So yeah, whatever I make off of the items that I sell, I plan on using that there on my trip in Japan. And that's how I start from going from $0 to having some money in my pockets, and then hopefully using that budget in Japan in order to buy more cards, send them off to grading, and then hopefully I'm praying for these cards, for the majority of them to come back in a 10. As most of you know, PSA 10s go for a lot more than just raw single cards. So yeah, we're gonna repeat and just eat at that cycle the entire time until we get to our end goal, which is $10,000. Alright guys, so it's a different day, and unfortunately I wasn't able to record a lot of the process. The only thing I was able to record was me packaging up the stuff that I sold online. Yeah, in total we were able to find 7 items that we thought that had some value. So starting off, we had 4 graded slabs that we graded earlier this year when we went to our first trip in Japan in May. There were 2 One Piece cards that I got graded in a 10, and then 2 Pokemon cards that I also got graded in a 10. Each go for around $20 to $40. So I was able to list that, and the Ace card I was able to sell for $25. Someone sent me an offer right before I recorded this video, and I accepted it because I am about to leave soon. So once they sell and I'm on the trip, I wouldn't be able to ship them out until I got back from the trip. So yeah, we sold that around $25, and after fees, we got back $22. And then I also sold my Nami PSA 10 for $40, and after fees, I got around $39. And then I sold 2 of my Pikachu PSA 10s, one for $40 and then one for, I believe, $35. And then after fees, it came out to $39 or $38, and then the other one $34 roughly. And then after that, I found a vlogging camera that I don't use anymore because I have another camera that I'm using So I looked around and saw that it was going for around $350, so I listed it for $350. And thankfully, a couple days after listing it, it sold for $350, but after fees, I got around $324. And then I found another camera that I was planning to use for another channel, but things for that didn't turn out too well. Mainly, I just got lazy. So yeah, I listed that for around $250 and someone sent me an offer for $230, and so I went with it and sold it for $230. But after fees, I got back $200, which is a pretty significant amount taken away from the amount that I sold for, but it is what it is. And last but not least, I found an old GameCube game lying around from my childhood, and it is a Alien Hominid game that with the complete set. I had the manual, I had the box, I had the cart, I had the CD. For the complete set, it was going for around $60 to $80. So at the end, I sold it for $60, which I can't be too mad about. My parents literally bought it when I was a child, and it still had the GameStop used sticker for $10. And at the end of it all, unfortunately, I only received about $47 for this sale. So yeah, sure, I sold it for $60, but eBay fees took around $12, $13. Oh, and I also forgot that I also listed a camera on a subreddit that I'm a part of, which is Photo Market, where people sell their used cameras online. And typically people pay through PayPal. So I found a camera that I bought in Japan for around $150. It was the Ricoh GXR. And I've been using this subreddit for quite a while now. I made a couple deals already on there, so I know people can trust me when I list something on there. So I listed this camera for $350, and this guy messaged me on Reddit. So the next day we met up in the city, and I was able to sell him the camera for which is even better because the guy managed to sell me instead, which has zero fees. So I was able to get the entire $350, which is even better because I don't have to deal with any eBay fees, PayPal fees, or any shipping fees. So at the end of it all, on eBay, my total that I am bringing with me to Japan to buy cards is $832. But after selling this camera, we are adding another $350 on top of that $832 that we're getting from eBay, which the total comes out to $1,182. So sorry, it is another day, and the budget has changed. Again, it is not $1,182 anymore, mainly because a new set just came out, and it's called Terastal Festival. And it literally just dropped tonight. My friend was telling me that he's currently buying the Umbreon that is part of the set, and people in the community are saying that this is the next Moonbreon, yada yada yada, and that it could go for a decent amount of money if it grades in the 10. So last night, me and my friend were online and we were buying off Japanese Mercari, and we were constantly looking for these cards. And I tried to make 2 purchases on the card, and then after a couple hours I received 2 emails saying that my order got canceled because it was already sold out. So unfortunately, I had to go back online onto my computer and constantly refresh the page again. Fortunately enough, when I woke up, I was told that my order was successfully bought, and so I had no more stress. But referring back to the budget, I purchased this card for $166, which takes away from our $1,182 budget, which leads us to a final budget of $1,016. And I'm going to round this down to $1,000 flat. So yeah, now I'm just hoping this card comes back before I leave for Japan so I could send this out for regular grading. Regular grading is the express service through PSA, which takes 10 business days to grade. So hopefully when I get this card before flying out to Japan, I could immediately send this out to PSA. So while I am in Japan, I can get my grade, and then hopefully I could sell that PSA 10 online for a decent amount of money. So yeah, that's it for the video. Like I said, I will be doing a Japan vlog. For the most part, it'll be me buying cards and then going over what I have bought in Japan. And then I'll also be buying packs and booster boxes, hoping to rip on the channel. So yeah, from starting from $0, now we currently have a budget of $1,000 just from finding things that we haven't been using for a while and selling them off to other people that hopefully they'll be able to use for better use. So yeah, the next time you'll see me is my Japan vlog. So if you like this type of content, please follow and also hit the like button on this video. And yeah, and if you also have any video recommendations that you would like to see on this channel, please comment down below. But if not, I'll see you in Japan, baby.
God.